Hi, everyone. Welcome back to In the Great Wide.
It's been a while. Unfortunately, we had a forced hiatus because Phoebe unfortunately had a back injury in 2023.
Yeah, I'm still healing, but I'm getting stronger. And we did still get to do some fun stuff through the last year. We just had to take it easy while my back has been healing. But I'm fairly mobile again now, so we're gonna do our best to get back at it.
However, the truth is that we simply do not have enough time to cover everything we did over the last year in videos and blog articles.
Yeah, and we don't want to compromise on the attention to detail that we put into everything. So that unfortunately means that we can't get to absolutely everything we want to.
Because this is all done by us.
Just the two of us.
Just the two of us. We don't have a whole editing team behind us or writers or anything like that.
At least not yet.
Hopefully. So with all that being said, we want to quickly tell you about the stuff we did in 2023. And if there's something you want to know more about, please leave us a comment. And we'd be happy to focus on that or help you out in any way that we can.
Yeah. Okay. So here was our 2023. We did a Caribbean cruise, our second cruise, both in the Caribbean. We did this one with Norwegian Cruise Lines on the Norwegian Escape.
We took advantage of their Free at Sea program where they advertise a free open bar, free airfare, etc.
We do have a lot to say about that if anybody has questions.
Yeah.
It was quite the experience.
Very different experience from our first cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we cruised out of Cape Canaveral to the Dominican Republic, St. Thomas, Tortola, and Norwegian's private island in the Bahamas, which is called Great Stirrup Cay. And then we spent a day in Orlando to check out Universal Studios after the cruise.
Yeah, it's some great places. Tortola is awesome. It's some great places.
Loved it.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
For my birthday, we went up the Central California coast. We went to Monterey and saw some whales and some dolphins.
Yes, we did a whole whale watching tour in Monterey Bay, and it was awesome. It was my first whale watching tour, so that was cool. And then we went to the Firestone Walker Brewery in Paso Robles, as we learned the locals pronounce it Paso Robles, not Paso Robles, but the brewery was very cool. It was somewhere I've wanted to go for years.
It was a great tour, absolutely great tour. We went to San Simeon, which is where Hearst Castle is, one of my favorite places in California. And we also went to see the Wild Elephant Seal Rookery.
Yes.
Which was pretty rad.
That was on your actual birthday.
Just hundreds of elephant seals hanging out on the beach.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And we also found Bristol Cider House in Atascadero. It's like a brewery, but for cider. And we got to see some of the Super Bloom from last spring at Shell Creek Road. We found a really good spot thanks to our Airbnb hosts.
And then we went to my other favorite building in California, the Santa Barbara County Courthouse, which sounds weird, but it's based off of a 15th century Andalusian castle from Spain. It's really cool.
The architecture is cool.
We wandered around there for a little bit before heading back to LA.
Yes. We did also hit up the Faire here in LA and a Lavender festival that's just outside of Los Angeles last summer. We also went back to one of our favorite camping spots at Camp 3 Campground along Kern River.
Which was very different this year, or in 2023, because of all the rain that we got. The place that we hung out the year before, we couldn't even go back to because it was under like 10 feet of water.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Kern River grew a lot. So
we also took the Southwest Chief Amtrak line from LA to just outside of Chicago to visit some family in Rockford, and then back to Phoenix to visit more family.
Yeah. We found a lot of local breweries during those 2 weeks or so that we were in Rockford and Phoenix. We found a really cool Japanese garden. An aquarium, a great aquarium. We also found a museum dedicated to musical instruments from all over the world, which is, I think, crazier than it probably even sounds.
It is so huge. We spent so much time there and then realized there was a second floor and didn't have time to go through any of it. So we're excited to go back there at some point when we go back to Phoenix.
Yes. We also spent a weekend in Vegas. We had both been to Vegas before, but not together, so that was fun. And then we went to Sequoia National Park for the first time.
That was amazing. Sequoia is incredible. The trees are so huge and beautiful. It was mind-blowing. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And instead of paying for just the one national park entry, we bought an annual national parks pass. So we are planning on going to even more in the coming months.
Yeah, we stayed at a campground inside the park, Lodgepole. It was really great. Saw the largest tree in the world. We slowly climbed 350 stairs to the top of Morro Rock.
Very slowly,
which was
because
really cool.
my back is still not great with that. But we made it. We did make it.
And then we almost had a bear run into our car as we were driving. That was super fun.
That's a fun story for another time. But we also recently got back from our first trip of 2024. We went and visited a friend in Pensacola, Florida.
We spent a weekend in New Orleans, which neither of us had been before.
Yeah, and then we took the Sunset Limited all the way back from New Orleans to Los Angeles, which is a 2-day journey on the train.
It's a long time on the train. But don't forget that we also live in LA here in Los Angeles. So we have tons of recommendations if you need help planning a trip out to Los Angeles.
Yeah, we can recommend restaurants, bars, museums, where to stay, how to get around, even without a car, all kinds of stuff to do, you name it. So hit us up if you need help figuring that stuff out for LA.
Let us know in the comments if anything in particular that we just mentioned caught your attention that you want to hear more about.
We have a lot of more stuff coming up in 2024 as well that we're getting really excited about. So the possibilities are kind of endless for stuff that we could talk about on this blog. So yeah, let us know what you want to hear more about.
And just one more thing before we go, we just want to say thank you to all of our subscribers here on YouTube, because during this unfortunate hiatus, our channel has continued to grow and we recently hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yes.
So thank you.
That's a huge milestone for anyone. So for you guys to have our backs while I have been on this healing journey after my back injury, it means the world to us. And I can't wait to continue making more videos to help you all get out there and travel more, just like we want to do.
If all continues going well with Phoebe's back, you'll be seeing a lot more of us from now on.
Thank you so much for being here. We're looking forward to seeing you in the Great Wide somewhere.